Carmelia is here to shed some light on the best cities in Canada to find your match and where to go once you do. Carmelia, welcome. Come on in here. It is so nice to see you in real life. It has been a tough year.
Yes.
For dating. Come have a seat.
Yes, it has.
So we want to talk a little bit about the best cities to hook up and find your match, and then what you can do once you've found your match. And you've actually narrowed it down to 5 Canadian cities. Some might surprise you. Let's start with the very first one, Quebec City.
Yes, Quebec City was ranked #1 in a 2016 survey for the best place to find single women. So the most number of single women in Quebec City. And it was also #2 for the most number of single men. So it's great for both sexes.
Okay, so lots of single women, lots of single men. Now, you've maybe found your match. You're going out on a date.
Yes.
What can you do in Quebec City?
Oh my gosh, there's so many romantic date ideas. One of them is taking a dinner cruise along the St. Lawrence River. There's an old carriage walk that you can do, like horse and carriage. That is so romantic around old Quebec City. And as well, there's a hot air balloon ride for those who are a little open to thrill seeking, and it's a spectacular views of the sunset.
Shocking to me, because I've been to Quebec City so many times and I did not know about the hot air balloon situation there. So I think that's such a fun date idea.
It's
I love
something
that.
I'm gonna probably do on my bucket list. I have not been on a hot air balloon ride yet.
Actually, I don't think I have either. Let's do it, Carmelia.
I will not jump out of a plane, but I'll do the hot air balloon ride.
Me neither. Okay, let's talk a little bit about Toronto, the 6th, the biggest city in the country. You're saying this is a good spot to hook up, to find your match? I'm hearing differently from the people I know, but do tell.
I know. There's a lot. I have a lot of clients here in Toronto, so they find that Toronto might be difficult for dating. But just for the sheer number, this is the biggest city in all of Canada. So there's thousands of people. It actually ranked 9.5 out of 10 for the best city to online date. Now with Toronto, especially in the summer, there's a ton of pool bars. You can go axe throwing. I did 60 dates on my show, Mom vs. Matchmaker, and not one date was the same.
And you do suggest on a date throwing on that bathing suit and going to Laval or going to Cabana Pool Bar and just getting it all out there on the date like, this is me, baby.
Yeah, you have to have a lot of body confidence, right? Make sure you manscape, make sure everything's in place, but there is a no holds bar in that kind of a date situation.
I like that situation. Just start naked. Okay, let's go.
There was a show called Naked Dating, by the way. I wouldn't advise it. I wouldn't advise it.
I remember that. I want to talk about Montreal. Lived there for a while, found it was very flirty, very fun, lots of great boys in Montreal. And they were willing to shell out the dough and you know, like, sort of court you.
Yeah,
I like that.
Montreal is so romantic. You can also do a horse and carriage ride in Montreal.
You can.
There is a rooftop bar called Le Negril, I believe it is.
Hotel Nelligan.
Yeah, Hotel
is that the
Nelligan.
one?
Yes, that's the one. So rooftop bars, and as well, there's La Ronde, which is like the equivalent of Canada's Wonderland here. So for those who are thrill seeking and want an amusement park, that's for somebody that is up for a little adventure.
Okay, let's go all the way to the West Coast. Let's talk a little bit about Vancouver. What are we seeing there in terms of dating and date ideas?
I've lived in Vancouver, have visited there during the pandemic, actually, and Vancouver is a very casual date spot. I collaborate with a matchmaker, Jane. She says it's very cliquey, but it's also a great place to do day dates and night dates. You can go to the beach. There's tons of bars and patios that are more of a casual vibe. It's less the city scene. People are a little bit more relaxed and adventurous. So I find that you can also do the bikini date there if you want. They have the kids, they have the beach, Rec Beach, which is the nude beach. So that could be an option for somebody who wants the naked dating.
Okay, this last one.
Yes.
Go ahead and shock us with the last one, because it's not that I have anything against this city. I quite like it, but I was not expecting it to be on a top dating list. What city are we speaking of?
All right, guys, write this down. Hamilton is ranked as the #5 city, and part of that is because it's affordable. There are so many people leaving the Toronto area who cannot afford real estate. There's more real estate in Hamilton, making it a really young, hippie place. There's the Albion Falls, which is local, and of course, tons of wineries. It's also a great outdoor date spot.
I love that. And here's the thing that I've always loved about Hamilton. A lot of people leave the city center to go to the suburbs. I'm a suburban girl. I never want to go back. So if you want to go to a city, but it's a smaller city, Hamilton is it. It's got the
Yes.
culture, it's got the grit. So I can understand why there would be a lot of like mixing and matching and mingling in Hamilton.
And you know, it's a 40-minute drive into
Yeah.
the city. So for those who want a little bit of the nightlife, book yourself a hotel, do the rooftop, date in the city, and go back home.
Oh, I love that. That's a great idea. Thank you, Carmelia.